Welcome to a new edition of Beantown vs. Big Apple Sports. Alongside Alex Green, I'm Reed Becker, and today we'll be discussing the off-season wish lists for both the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. We'll start with the Red Sox, Alex, who for the third time in 4 years finished in last place. They already got rid of Heim Bloom, but what else do they need to address this winter, and how far away do you think they are from contending?
Yeah, like you mentioned, Reed, the Red Sox already parted ways with Chaim Bloom, so the first thing they need to do is figure out who will replace him. In terms of the roster, though, the Red Sox have a good amount of payroll to spend this offseason, and I think the biggest need for them is starting pitching, especially since guys like Aaron Nola and Blake Snell are available. These are two proven guys out there who could come in and immediately make their starting rotation better. On top of that, their biggest target should be Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who pitched phenomenally in Japan this past season and would be a great addition to the Red Sox rotation. The Red Sox also have a solid farm system with guys like Marcelo Meyer, Ceylon Rafaela, and their most recent first-round draft pick Kyle Teal, who are all close to, if not already, in the majors. With money to spend, a farm system on the rise, and some tradable potential trade candidates, if they make the right moves, I think the Red Sox could be back in contention in the next 2 or 3 years.
I agree with you there. The Red Sox pitching staff can use a lot of work, and they still have to compete in a tough AL East with Toronto, Tampa Bay, a young and up-and-coming Baltimore team, and the Yankees. I will say, though, having, for me, covered Kyle Teal, as you mentioned, Alex, in the Cape Cod League in 2022, he's the real deal and is already in Double-A. And he's actually from New Jersey. But now transitioning to Kyle Teal's original favorite team, the New York Yankees missed the playoffs for the first time since 2016. However, they still finished above 500. They have not finished with a losing record since 1992. Both manager Aaron Boone and GM Brian Cashman will return in 2024, despite protests from the fans. I never really thought that they would get rid of Cashman, but I did think that there could have been a possibility where they fired Boone as the scapegoat to say that they at least did something. I do believe, though, if you're not going to get rid of Boone or Cashman, then you must at the very least get rid of the analytics department. The analytics that the Yankees are using clearly are not working. For example, the Tampa Bay Rays, who have the 27th highest payroll in baseball, are better consistently than the Yankees due to analytics they focus on, as well as player development, which the Yankees have struggled with, especially with pitchers. The biggest hole the Yankees must address this offseason is their outfield. One name that has continued to come up is Cody Bellinger. The problem is that Hal Steinbrenner does not like to go over the luxury tax, so I'm not totally sold on if he will do that, especially after giving the bank to Aaron Judge and Carlos Rodon last winter. They also have Austin Wells and Jason Dominguez, who came up late in the season and impressed. However, Dominguez will miss at least half of 2024 as he underwent Tommy John surgery. The Yankees also have a decision to make with Gleyber Torres as he enters his final year of arbitration in 2024. I could very well see the Yankees moving on from Torres, as he is very inconsistent and a horrendous fielder that has cost them multiple games. Inconsistency does not have a long shelf life in New York City or in the Bronx. Lastly, the Yankees are reportedly interested in the same Japanese pitcher that the Red Sox are interested in. I am not sure, again, though, if they will break the bank, and you never know with international players and how they will translate over here. I predict that the Yankees, for a pitcher at least, will definitely let Luis Severino walk after a horrendous season and bring back Jordan Montgomery, who they probably should have never gotten rid of, especially since Harrison Bader is now gone as well.
Yeah, I agree with you, Reed. I'm kind of surprised that Aaron Boone has not been fired yet, since he's been with the Yankees since 2018 and they have not really met their expectations in terms of postseason success in the past few years. I also think that Gleyber Torres is someone who, if the Yankees do not bring back, they could trade him this offseason. He's been in discussions for being traded and being, released from the team for a few years now, it seems like. So I think something's going to happen with him this offseason. And Cody Bellinger makes a lot of sense for them. Like you mentioned, it just comes down to if Hal will be willing to spend the money and go over the luxury tax, which I do not think he will happen based on what he's done in previous years.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something, especially after getting rid of Harrison Bader, which I wouldn't have done, but that's a whole other story. Now, that's all the time we have for today. Join us again next time when we discuss the start of the NBA season for the Boston Celtics, New York Knicks, and Brooklyn Nets. For now, have a good night and the rest of your day.